Hey Micah, it's Mike. I was going to show you how I treat the levels and faders in Logic Pro X. Hopefully this video is going to work out the way I hoped, because I've never used a screen recording software before and I've got multiple inputs happening. If there are any sound interruptions, please forgive them. It's not exactly the most stable environment right now. Alright, so without further ado, what we have here is a sequencer. This is a sequencer window right here. What that means is these are each instruments. These are each MIDI instruments playing their own events within a song. Whether it was a sound coming into the computer from a microphone, or if it was a sound being played within the DAW by software synthesizers, such as in this case, it doesn't matter, because the levels and faders will be treated the same. Okay, so as these are each individual tracks, they come into the mixer window with their respective channel strips. As you can see, we have each of these instruments with their respective channel strips. Okay, so I'm gonna loop this one segment of this song because it seems to be the loudest part of the song, and when you have the loudest part of the song, you want to make sure you don't go over a certain level. So I'm gonna hit the play button and see what kind of levels we're working with on the summed stereo out. Okay, so what we want is a headroom of -6 to -4. We want this stereo out, which is the sum of all of these, to be within -6 to -4 decibels. This is that same thing right here. This and this, these are the same channel strip. So it looks like the levels are already within that range. If they weren't, I would select each of these tracks. I would have all these channel strips selected. I would have all these instruments selected. And I would raise them up or lower them respectively, considering whether or not I needed. Looks like it looks like the level is within the range that we're talking about. It's at -5.8 decibels, which gives us a headroom to work with. So now I'll turn on the limiter on the stereo out. I have the out ceiling set to -0.2, so that all the summed instruments do not play any louder or any quieter than that level. So now the stereo out is reading -0.2, which is the commercial quality level of sound. This is a level that could be played on a radio, and what the average speaker system can handle without distortion. So, in order to prevent distortion within the average speaker system, you wouldn't want these two lower bars here need to come up and touch this level right here. So it looks like we still have some room to work with, so we'll bring her up. We'll make it up. Levels a little louder. I don't want it to go over 10, negative 10 root mean square. And it just barely went over, which is, I don't like to get too picky, and when it comes down to it, it's not about the numbers, it's about what you hear. So it looks like right now the level's doing pretty good there. Maybe turn that up a little more. Now, so now we have a commercial quality, competitive level that is as loud as it can possibly be without causing distortion within the average stereo speaker system.